Welcome back to the channel. This is RevKev with RevKev RC. This is going to be kind of a quick video for y'all today. This is going to be on the Rlaarlo JK-07 Pro. You know, I've said that like 1,500 times now. You'd think I would learn what this thing is. Anyway, this is going to be on these plastic recovery points that I don't know why they gave you plastic. They're kind of trash. They are trash. I had forgotten to mention previous videos that this one actually came already broken. It was like sort of hanging. It hadn't fallen off yet, but when I got back from a trail run the other day, this was laying in my driveway after I got done cleaning it up. So in this video, I'm going to replace them. This is what it looks like when it's not broken. And if you look over here, this is just indexed inside that hole there. Yep. Just like that. Now these are useless. If you go to pulling on this, it's going to break. So I'm going to replace these with, see that up there? These. Get you a good look at that. Got these at Home Depot. No, Lowe's. Got these at Lowe's. It doesn't actually matter the thread, whatever. I was looking for the size. Something like this. And I turned this into this. I just opened up the hole to give me that hooking capability, similar to what the original one has. And you'll notice the size is pretty dang close. It's almost identical. And these are not going to break. So what I intend to do is widen this hole and then thread this in here and then put the nut on the back of it that came with it on the inside of the bumper. These things, the original ones, are just attached on the inside with a screw from the underside back here. So super easy to get to. You don't have to take anything off. Just flip the body open. You can reach them straight down. Anyway, I am going to do that off camera for this side and then tell you what I had to do to make it happen. All right, I'm back. That was extraordinarily easy, pretty much like I had imagined. So basically, all I did, the piece that was left in the bumper that had broken off was this portion right here back. All of this, as you saw, was gone. Well, not gone, still in the bumper. So I threaded into that because the hole over here is just a little bit too big for these to fit in nice and tight. So I didn't want to have to sandwich a nut or a washer or anything like that. So I just used the piece of squared plastic right here to tap into. I tapped it in. Let's see, what drill bit is this? 1/8. I used a 1/8 drill bit, and it took a little bit of effort to get it started, but I was able to push it in and start it, and I got a real nice tight thread into that plastic portion. And then I just simply put the washer on the back. Now I'm going to go behind when I get done and cut off all the extra, because there's going to be like probably a solid inch, 3/4 of an inch of extra back here that I don't want to just have hanging around. So I'm going to cut off whatever I don't actually need with these little bolt cutters. So I'm going to do that side and then give you a look underneath and then show you the front, because I did something to the front to well, to make it match and also make it more functional. I'm going to jump back in here real quick and show you. I am going to take this non-broken one and cut it off with my side cutters to simulate the breakage that the other one had. So now I have two pieces that are broken identically, and I have this piece to stick back in this hole over here, and then I'm going to thread it, drill it, and then thread it. I'm drilling it inside the bumper because it's keyed, it's square, so it's going to fit in that hole and not move. And it gives me the reason why this is important is because it has this edge here that's going to catch on the lip of the bumper to stop from getting pushed in, and then the nut's going to stop it from getting pulled out. All right, I got them both on. That was really simple, really straightforward. That is going to be super duper strong. Don't see that breaking. You can tailor this how you want. You could leave them oriented up or oriented down. I kind of like the sideways how it was. I suppose if you find that you're catching things on the trail, I super doubt it though, because it's pretty tucked. You will likely not even hit that sliding off of things. But you could orient it up, bend these how you want. If you want a little bit more open, a little bit less open, whatever you want to do, it's pretty easy. I would just tell you, maybe be careful when you're fooling around back here, because there are pretty thin light wires back here. They got them tucked away nice, so I don't think you're going to accidentally drill or cut them, but they are there, so just something to keep in mind as you do this. I'm going to raise this camera up so I can show you the bottom of it. Yeah, so you can see there's a ton left. I'm going to get in there, like I said, with these. I'll try it on camera, see if I can't break it and ruin it in front of everybody. Nope. Easy peasy. One, making sure we don't have light wires in there. And two. All right, those are cut off nice and short. There's no real danger of those catching on anything on the trail. I would say if you want to be extra careful, which I likely will do, hit this with a diamond file just to take the bite off of that, or reach underneath on the trail, especially if your hands are wet. You get to grab it on stuff, your RC's falling, and your hands are sweaty or wet. This could cut you, because that is kind of rough. So with that being said, I'm going to flip it around so you can see the front, what I did. Now, because I don't know why they gave you plastic, so I went ahead and put metal on mine. These are aluminum bumper shackles that are advertised on Amazon as for 1/10. These are on a Red Cat Gen 8 Axe Edition, and these go on here. This fit here is somewhat snug. I did like a little rough measurement and knew I could get it on there, and even so, I already threw the stock ones away. Hold on, let me dig them out of the trash. I want to show you, you're not actually going down in size. Not really. Maybe ever so slightly. But they're pretty close. So there we go, focus. I think that these look good, and they're aluminum. So these are on Amazon. If I can find the link, I'll put it in the description so you can pick a set up. And now my front and rear recovery points, number one, are not plastic. And number two, they are more functional and usable, and they match. And I think that people with this RC that, get these things kind of broken out of the box, or find that they're kind of subpar, you might get some use out of this. If you don't have basic tools, I don't know if you're going to be able to do this one, but this is a 9/32. That was just to get to the size of the nut. It's a deep well. You could do it with pliers if you don't have something like this, but you know, get you a little cheap 1/4 inch set. And you can get these at Lowe's. These are pretty simple. You could probably also do it with a hacksaw. You could cut them beforehand with a hacksaw. You just cut them short. You know, do it the hard way and measure and all that first if you don't have a set of these. But if you do have a set of these, this just makes it easier to just wind them in there and then cut off the leftover. All right, that's it. Give me a like if you liked it. Share this video with somebody if you think they'll find it useful. And I got a lot of trail footage coming that I shot yesterday for some really cool locations. So, and then you're going to see this install, which I guess that video is coming out Wednesday. But I think I'll wait to put this out until that one comes out because I don't want to spoil it. So, no peeking. See you next time. Thanks for watching.